If you use a Stream Deck in your day-to-day work, chances are you've accidentally hit a button once or twice and that has caused havoc on your PC. Worst case scenario, you've gone live when you didn't really intend to. My name is Yadullah, you're watching Candid.Technology, and in this video we're talking about a neat little trick that you can use to lock your Stream Deck. So you want to lock your Stream Deck just in case you don't hit any buttons accidentally, or you have kids around the house and don't want to accidentally go live without realizing. That's a perfectly reasonable explanation for wanting to do this, but the Stream Deck, any model of it, does not have a built-in lock function. What you can do a lot of the times is create your own sort of passkey sequence to make this work. So how do we do this? The first step is to, of course, launch the Stream Deck application from your task window. And now what we're going to do is that we're going to create a separate profile. As you can see, this is currently running in my OBS main profile, but I'm going to go ahead and create one. And I'm just going to call it lock screen. So I can go ahead and rename it, and let's call it lock. I'm going to close that. All right. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to go to navigation, and each of these keys that I'm going to add here is going to be a go to page key. And I'm going to make corresponding pages according to how long I want my sort of passkey to be. So let's go ahead and quickly start putting numbers here. So go to page, go to page, go to page. I'll just fill this whole thing up. And just so that we have references, I will start giving them names. So I have 1, I have 2, I have 3, I have 4, I have 5, I have 6, 7, and 8. All right, so at this point, let me just turn the camera on so that you can see. At this point, I have turned my Stream Deck into basically a numpad that can do the trick for me. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to duplicate the first page into however long I want my sequence to be. So I want this sequence to be 4 digits long, so I'm just going to duplicate it until I get 4 pages. All right, so let's start setting up the sequence, right? So for example, this page, I'm going to set my sequence to be 1637. Let's do that. So on page number 1, for button number 1, I'm going to send it to page number 2. Now let's move on to page number 2. The next key in the sequence is 6. So we're going to select that, send this one to page number 3. And then let's go to page number 3. Let's have the penultimate. So this one, so 163. This goes to page number 4. And then finally, page number 4, I'm going to add just another page here. So this is the page where I will create a navigation folder which will switch to my main profile. So I'm just going to set this to, let's say, my default you can set this to your default profile. You can set this to whatever profile you want. I just want it to be my default profile, page number 1. Yeah, I'll just call it unlock. Maybe change the icon to an unlock button. So unlock, let's see if I have anything. Yep, that does it. All right. So now that we've set up our sequences, as you can see, my numpad is fine. If I press anything, nothing happens. But as soon as I press 1, nothing on the touchpad changes, but I am now in page number 2 on my Stream Deck. So if I'm going to press 6, nothing on the numpad changes again, but now I am on page number 3. So let's press 3 again. Once again, nothing changes on the Stream Deck, but we're on page number 4. And now for the final key, if I press 8 again, I get sent back to page number 1 because I didn't set up this page. Alright, so just make sure you go to your last page, select this and select page number 5 from the drop down, which will redirect us to this page. So now if we go through the sequence again, this is going to be 1, 6, 3 and 8, and voila, we have our unlock options. Now as soon as I tap this, I will be sent back to the default profile that I use with my Stream Deck. Now you can actually do a lot with this, so let me just switch to my OBS profile and zoom in so that you guys can see a little better. Let's go back to our lock profile, and if I go to page number 1, or rather page number 5, unlock, instead of this being a simple switch, what you can do is that you can go to a multi-action key, and then I want to play an audio, which is we can just get a file from either the Elgato marketplace or use any file that you have. You can get music and sound effects from Elgato marketplace. I don't seem to have any, but you can have that. You can have it play an audio, and then you can have it switch profile, and we're going to set it to our default profile, page number 1, and that's that. So now if I press this, it will not only unlock my Stream Deck after I've come back from this sequence. So let's do it once again. 1, nothing changes. 6, nothing changes. 3, nothing changes. 8, which is the final digit of our passcode. We press it again and we finally get the unlock button. Now I press this, it plays the audio that I wanted to play, and it sends me to my default profile. But how do you enter this lock stage? Well, that is also simple. So for example, let me just go to page number 3. This is just a page for my experiments, and I am going to change this web browsing button to a switch profile button. And here I'm going to set my lock profile, send it to page number 1, name it lock, or actually I'll just change the icon. That would be a better looking solution. So just search for lock. I'll use this one, looks better. So yeah, now I have a lock animation set up here. So as soon as I press this button, now my Stream Deck is logged until someone presses the buttons in the exact sequence that we just created. So now you press 1, 6, 3, and then finally you press 8. You get the unlock sequence, right? And then you press the button and your Stream Deck is unlocked. It's a little bit of work, but you can really customize this and have this thing up and running according to your exact preferences. And it really does the job pretty well of locking your Stream Deck so that you don't end up accidentally streaming while you're just doing something else at your computer, or somebody else just plays around with your Stream Deck and ends up doing an action that you don't want done. If you like these videos, consider subscribing, give us a thumbs up, press the bell icon, and if you have any thoughts, drop a comment below and I'll be there talking to you. If you'd like to know more about tech, visit our website Candid.Technology, follow us on social media, follow me on Instagram or Twitter, and we'll see you in the next video.